You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul of whatever the fuck is in front of you. If you keep on attacking something, nothing wants to stand in front of anything.
Oh, here we are. Let's have a look. Graves, unmarked graves. That's it. That's it. Unmarked graves. No way. And I mentioned that beforehand. Right, so I'll show you the where I think the graves are. So let me explain it. Yeah. So in my video, yeah, it's like the full video. I'll leave a link if you want to watch it. Yeah, but basically the graves are down here. 1 second. So the graves are down here somewhere.
Down there.
Down there, yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a great. Thank you for that. They're down there, yeah.
Welcome to the Umbrella.
Good morning. Well, it is morning now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. So this video really is about a previous video that I've done. I'll show you. It's a lovely walk today, actually. So on Dyehouse Lane today, and I want to go over this. I've brought some footage up recently of the White House. The White House. What am I talking about? The White Lady of Dyehouse Lane. So basically, this is where I started my channel in 2021, and me and Team Exploring went out for the first time. And obviously, I think it was our second time, whatever. I think maybe the first time we ended up at Fothergill's factory. So yeah, we came down here one night on the full moon, captured the White Lady, but I didn't see her at the time, and I didn't really I didn't know what was going on really at the time. A couple of things I do know. I knew where the moon was, and it wasn't in some of the footage you'll see. It was on the opposite side, not the side that's facing down. I'll explain it all as we go down anyway. I'll show you step by step what actually happened. So obviously we caught this white figure at the bottom of the lane by the bridge. So and then there was like the 5 lanterns as well. So I don't mind. Is that you, the metal test?
Where?
What? Where? Where what? I don't understand what you mean. Well, the gadget's here if you wanna go a bit. So this is the White Lady. I think it's the other way around for me, as what I'm trying to explain, yeah, is the position that was in. But in this video, I'm trying to remember which way I was facing, whether I was facing towards Clegg Hall or whether I was facing away from Clegg Hall. 5 lanterns, yeah, 5 spirits that got put in unmarked graves, and I'm going to explain all in a minute. So the 5 lanterns, yeah, there was Abigail, Jessica, Cynthia, yeah, the priest, and the blacksmith. Now I don't know the priest's name, and I don't know the blacksmith's name, but I'll show you in this video. There is a blacksmith, or the old blacksmith forge. It's something else named for modern day society. So I'm going to show you basically a little bit of Dyehouse Lane. I'll run the tube off a little bit, and we'll just see what comes out. I'm not expecting anything. It's daytime, innit? You know, and it's a new moon, so it's just going to roll just to be sure. Nothing really should come out that makes any sense. So there shouldn't really be any intelligent replies. So yeah, I'll show you around now, and I'll show you what a lovely day it is today. Okay, it's beautiful today. So it's a lovely walk, this, actually, in the daytime. But to be honest, it's got some dark secrets. Real dark. So there is a doll buried in the floor down here. Arthur, I need to know what year you think it is. Madison. which is probably from that era where, you know, 1600s, whatever. I'm not quite sure about the doll. Yeah, I know it's obviously there, and then when I asked Arthur who's a doll, that's what it's called, or that's what he named himself as. He said Jason put him there, but I've been back here like pure times to try and investigate this. I must have done at least 60 videos on this lane, but that's how mad it is, this lane. Like one night it can be dead quiet, and the next it could be off the chain, but it's not as active as it used to be. And you know, I keep getting drawn back here, but today's video is specifically about one certain night that we came here. Keep looking behind me, I think there's a car coming, whatever. And yeah, so we came here one specific night, and obviously captured what we captured. So I'll show you some footage which you've probably already seen. I'm not quite sure where I'll put these inserts into the footage to try and, you know, show what I'm trying to say. So I'll show you where I believe the unmarked graves are. I'll show you why I believe that is the case, and I also believe that this land has kind of been changed a little bit to suit modern day society. We'll try to see it, yeah, but it's sunny and I really can't see much as getting much really. So I'll show you a bit more around here so you can see. Now, if anyone knows me personally, you'll know I do a lot of content on this lane, but to be honest, yeah, I think this is the oldest lane in Rochdale, and obviously there's been mining here, Smallbridge Collieries here, there's Clegg Halls here on the further down on the lane. A lot of people talk about Clegg Hall. It's not specifically Clegg Hall that's where all this like, we'll just use the word phenomena or stories or whatever come from. It's mainly to do with Dyehouse Lane, or Little Clegg Road it's called. So it's Dyehouse Lane to a point, and it's Little Clegg Road. So this road would go to Blackstone Edge. There is a road that you can get to, or a way they used to use, or a pathway that they back in day with horse and cart trail, which would take you out to the Roman Road, I think, or something of that nature, or somewhere up there at least. So I'm going to bring the camera forward a little bit so you can see around. It's obviously so I don't trip over as well. Right, so I'll show you some forward stuff. So this is obviously, look at it, it's lovely today. You get a lot of people walking down here, so what's that pointing out is that rail, which is like well old, which there's no need for a rail to be there really if you think about it. So that's obviously something from the past. So we've got flat land over there, yeah, and the tunnels basically go, they're down there somewhere. You've probably seen that video what I did. The tunnels to Dyehouse Lane. So this is a lovely walk. Now I've got a lot of tales I could tell you from here, but I want to talk specifically about the capture of one second. That specific capture I was talking to you about, the white lady. So I'm going to go down here now, and I'm just going to run through the footage in the night time, and then I'll show you in the daytime. So there was like 5 lanterns basically, and these lanterns, anyone would think, yeah, that they were street lights. They're not close enough for street lights. You'll be able to see in this video. Also that what's it? Yeah, so they're obviously not street lights. All the lights around really are not street lights, although they look like it. There is where the camera pans and you can see the street lights in the background. So yeah, so I'll show you in this video now. I'm going to start running the tube from about here, so in theory nothing really should come out, and you know, there shouldn't really be much. So we'll see. Like I said, let's get down to the point. We are going to walk past again, like I mentioned, after the doll that's buried in the floor. And one of these days I'm going to dig it up, whatever, but I don't have permission to dig. I'm sure there's a way around that we can, you know, so I can prove basically what's in the floor. And then I'll move up to the bridge where I was getting this capture, and I'll show you a bit more. So there's nothing obviously coming out the tube, which is kind of anticipated really. It's obviously because of the moon phase, daytime. So that's Small Bridge Colliery, yeah, or what's left of it. I think like the bushes are like where they used to go in or whatever. See the bushes there, maybe you went in there or whatever. So expect the tube to pick up around about where Arthur is. So if you're watching for the first time, you probably find this hard to believe, but this is where I've got my reader. So that'll go off as we get closer to Arthur. I'll show you anyway. So look at it today, it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is why daytime videos can be so, or morning videos can be so good. Because there's such like a beautiful feel about it, which is different to what I'm used to, because obviously sometimes you do night videos and you know you're just in the middle of nowhere and it's just pitch black, where like today it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Not one word from the tube yet. Maybe everyone's asleep, whatever, and on the other frequency. Until we get to Arthur, obviously. So I want to tell you another story actually as well. When, if you're wondering what actually gets to me, is this dog bell that I've spoken about. I don't speak about it much, but there's a dog bell, yeah, that I've heard on this lane, and I've heard it on the canal as well. And this lane is obviously on the canal. And yeah, when that dog bell goes off, it goes right through me. It's like I feel like it's a hellhound or something watching me, and it kind of just, you know, kind of goes through me because
Stressed.
yeah, well, it does make me stressed, yeah. First word as well, and it was just obviously listening to what I'm saying. So obviously we are approaching Arthur as well, which is just what I mentioned. Lovely today. You see that's on 0 now. So this would have been something here, all this flat land, I don't know what it was. Yeah, I've got no idea. This would have been a common lane used, and I think robbery would have been quite often where if she had something valuable, they could have possibly got robbed. Right, so Arthur's round about here. This should start going up in a minute. There we go, 0.2. So it's probably round about, 1 second. Here we are, look, straight up there. It's probably round about here.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's why he's in the floor, yeah. Thank you. So that's, the more I go down, the higher that goes up. So this is how you find haunted objects. So it's like literally like where my thing is now, 14.2, and it's stable because it's stuck in the floor, it can't move. So the energy is more or less, it must be in it like some kind of form where the energy is trapped inside. So whatever's in there, which obviously I've mentioned before, yeah. So the energy is, I've done previous videos here about this doll, yeah. So some people coming, actually some walkers, and we've got some people behind us as well, which is quite a rarity. So we'll walk up to the point. Yeah, so obviously after the doll, interesting, very interesting. So I've, like I say many times, I'll show you a quick video actually of me and Arthur speaking. See you later, Arthur. Right, so we're coming up to the point now. So up ahead is the bridge. This is obviously with the The bricks are still in the floor, obviously from back in the day, which is good, and it goes to show how old this lane actually is. Sometimes you see deer over there, whatever lovely deer they are. It's better when you see the fawns. Sorry about the camera work, I'm just gliding the camera all over. I need to keep it still really, so you can see. But yeah, this is one of the places where I first came and started having experiences, and I was being drawn down here a lot. Now I know why, obviously, but you know, at the time I didn't. So there's, like I said, some people behind me, so we're going to let them pass. We'll let them pass in a minute, and we'll carry on. So this is the wall. I was looking behind me, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So I'll stop it here and then we'll let these people pass. I don't mind. Is that you, the metal test?
Where?
What? Where what? I don't understand what you mean. So the walker said good morning actually, and here comes the train, look.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, they were really nice. They were really peaceful. So they came, doing a shout out to the morning walkers, whatever, that said good morning. Usually just walk past and not say anything. Right, so if you get this right, yeah, I'm looking down here. Yeah, I'll have to look back in the video actually, because I remember this fence being here. Yeah, and I remember the metal detector being on the wall. Yeah, here or round about here, and I can tell with it because this set of walls look a bit different, or the set of stone, or it appears different anyway. So the way I remember it, yeah. The metal detector's on the wall, yeah. It could be further down actually. If you're called, sorry about that. Right, I'm gonna stop the feed if that's all right. You don't mind, do you? Because you know, yeah, I'm sure you've communicated.
Blacksmith.
Who's a blacksmith? Well, it is a blacksmith because it's a wall. You need a blacksmith to make a wall, don't you? And I try to see here. It's a bit windy here, so we just have to. Maybe we'll get a picture of it, or whatever. I'm not sure. It's just a guess, really. There's Clegg all over there. Right, I think I've got my position wrong with, obviously, I think I was filming it towards Clegg Hall, but obviously I'll rectify this in part 2. Can you draw a picture, please, if you're here? I don't think anyone's here, but I just thought I'd go for it anyway. You never know, do you? Oh, here we are. Let's have a look. Graves. Unmarked graves. That's it. That's it. Unmarked graves. No way. And I mentioned that beforehand. So obviously, yeah, right. Okay. Show them the graves. Right, cool. I understand. Right, so I'll show the graves, yeah. I forgot actually. It's a good job I got reminded. But yeah, this is why we've got this kind of activities, because of the unmarked graves. Thank you for that picture. Right, so I'll show you the where I think the graves are. So let me explain it, yeah. So in my video, yeah, it's like the full video. I'll leave a link if you want to watch it, yeah. But basically, the graves are down here. 1 second. So the graves are down here somewhere.
Down there.
Down there, yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a great. Thank you for that. They're down there, yeah. And I can tell the way the land is. The way the land's not flat, yeah, and it's been obviously dug out or dug over. There's a patch there, yeah. So that's obviously higher than usual. There's more over here, yeah. That's more flatter there. I'll show you the church actually. So that's more flatter there. So that's basically where the unmarked graves are. As you just, I'm telling you that. So there. So obviously, you know, we know that they're there, and we know that obviously it's just been confirmed through the tube, because like I've just literally I talked to you about the unmarked graves and you know the other thing too. So I'm going to show you something now, yeah? I'm going to come back to that point in a minute. So we're going to have a quick look at Clegg, yeah? But there's a reason why I'm going to take you over there. In fact, let me get a picture of it, 1 second. Right, so I'm going to go with the Vox because I don't think there's any need for the Vox in this video, and that's why I'm going to use it. Because I want to prove myself either right or wrong. That's the church, yeah, that you see, but it's not a church, it's someone's house now, right? So back then, obviously, you know, with the Barn Boggart, yeah, not the Barn Boggart, with the Clegg Boggart, yeah, I think, I'm not quite sure the story. There's other people that know the story better than I do, but I can't like, tell you a story because I've not investigated it. So we're just going off folklore, not something that's either true or not true. The story goes that there were bodies in the wall or something like that, and there was like something happened on the higher balcony. I don't know if someone fell or whatever. So, but anyway, in fact, let me use a tube because he should be able to tell me as he just found out, as we just kind of figured out. Oh, there's a black horse over there. That's all right. Lovely. And some sheep. Look at this phone box. And then we've got the lovely, I don't know if they're related, I don't know if that's the two daughters basically, and you see in the garden, I don't know if that's Jessica and Cynthia, I'm not quite sure.
Hiding.
Are they hiding? Yeah. Probably will be if they're scared. So we did the tunnels, like, that's what I think that they were. I think they were used for soldiers in the war, and then you've got Clegg here. There's obviously nothing coming out the tube or whatever, and there's no magnet pings or anything, it's not going crazy or whatever. So I think, to be honest, it's not as haunted as people say that it is. But the reason why I'm walking down here is because I have to show you this. Let's have a real look. The blacksmith forge, yeah? And that's what the blacksmith must have done, his blacksmith and whatever. And you can tell here with the building, it's just been obviously modernised now. So that's what I wanted to show you. I'll get a picture of that quick. Yeah, I'm sure you've communicated.
Blacksmith.
Wait, who's a blacksmith? Well, it is a blacksmith because it's a wall. You need a blacksmith to... Right, so we'll try to see her around Clegg Hall to see if anything comes out, which I don't think that it will do. Well, here we are. I was wrong. What's that? Is that some kind of beast or whatever? I was on about the Boggart, weren't I? That's interesting. Very interesting. Right, and that's the balcony at the top, if you can see it. Pretty warm actually this morning. Another dude behind me. Anyway, let's get back to the point where I wanted to have a look at some more. It's lovely, doesn't it? I don't know what that house is, I'm not quite sure. So this is pretty spooky actually at night time, in around here, early morning, stuff like that. Night time obviously on the full moon. Like I say, we'll come back and we'll try and recreate this this capture if we can. Here comes another train. So I'll just use SLS quick. I don't think there's anything going to map in, but I'll just try. So after shooting this video, it's given me more of an idea where to focus my like my aim, if you get me, on the full moon. As I believe now, watching the video, I was facing the wrong way. I was facing towards Clegg Hall, but the way I remember it, I was facing the opposite way. But the camera never lies, and that's why it's always good to record stuff like this, so you obviously know the truth really. And also you can see like some of the captures are like in towards the field, facing like the unmarked graves, so to speak. So I think it's more or less round here where the unmarked graves were. But like I say, I think it'll be a good investigation to see what comes out really. So that was what I wanted to show you really, the blacksmith, the unmarked graves that we shown, and yeah. Maybe we can get a bit more. In fact, I want to go down and get some Vox on Arthur. So we'll have a quick, we'll have 2 minutes with Arthur on the Vox, and then yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Just kind of finish the video really, because I wanted to try and understand more about this position that was in and what was seeing. And obviously, the moon was on that side of that night. Team Exploring's down there doing his thing, taking pictures and that, and I'm facing this way. Here comes the train, look. And I'm facing down here. Anyways, young, yeah, they were young, weren't they? Young children. I think the 2 daughters were younger, as we just seen with the statues or whatever, or the garden gnomes. So I'm gonna quit it here and then walk down to Arthur, see if we get some audio off him. Right, we'll just try, as we get closer now, there'll be no audio until I get near Arthur again. I wouldn't have thought anyway. Right, there's absolutely zero audio till I get towards Arthur the Doll, and this is quite interesting. I'm just trying to fill in for the wind blowing. So I'm going to come back on a full moon, and I'm going to try and recreate what happened, or try again on a full moon when the conditions are perfect. So well, it's easy for me to come down here. It's not far from where I live at all. Like literally, it's minutes from where I live. So it's great actually, because it gives me a good spot that I've always come back to. So we'll try and get to Arthur now and then see if he wants to talk or whatever. Arthur, can you hear me? Arthur, can you hear me? I know you're here. Yeah? Look at that, 20 milligauss, yeah. 21. Is it? If I could go deeper, yeah, that'd go higher. Arthur, you there? Come leave your voice if you want. Thank you. Arthur, you there? Come leave your voice if you want. Thank you. Do you want to talk? Don't put the camera at me because it's just pointless. You're looking at mud. You know what I mean? So, Arthur, come leave your voice if you want, and we can talk.
You're on.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you. Do you want me to get you out the floor? Are you still in there? What do you want to say, Arthur? Do you want to say anything? Did that fly up? 23.4. Arthur. Thank you for that. So I mentioned before when I walked down there was no audio, and then once I get here, you know we're getting it. So maybe this is related to the White House lady of Dyehouse Lane. I'm not sure. Thanks, Arthur. We'll just let it roll and let him say what it wants for a few minutes. Arthur, you can say whatever you want. I won't interrupt you. Arthur, you can say whatever you want. I won't interrupt you. Is it just you down there? Is it just you?
In service. In service. In service.
Do you know about the White Lady? Do you like it down there? Do you like it? Do you like it underneath there? Do you want to stay here? So hopefully Arthur draws a picture, or a picture will be generated through the Millighouse because it's so high. So I'm hoping for a picture, and we can look at it a little bit more. You know, there'll be people that they should find this interesting actually. If there's a doll buried here, or if there's some kind of haunted objects in the floor, might not be a doll. It could be a box for all I know. What's that? It's in the stonework as well. Like it's buried or whatever. Just as we were talking there. It's a bit crazy, isn't it, that? Right, we'll finish on the tube, yeah. Because I really don't need to stay here any longer. Right, go on now, Arthur. Nice talking to you, yeah? You can choose a word if you want before I go. I'll see you soon, yeah?
Are you a friend?
I am, yeah. Are you a friend, Arthur? You should remember me, Arthur. It's Basil. Actually, I forgot to tell him my name. It's Basil Brush. You should remember me, Arthur. Anyway, it's time for me to go now. So I'll see you soon. Right, so this is just going to be part one, I think, more or less, and then it'll be part two when I come back at night on the full moon. Try and recreate the White Lady if she's here. I did get told stories about the White Lady, and then this dude I seen on the canal once, and he was telling me when Clegg was abandoned, he said he seen something, but he knew nothing about like what I encountered. I didn't even mention it, and he was mentioning it to me about this white figure that he'd seen, probably on the lane, to be honest. But yeah, we'll try and capture some more on the oldest lane, I think, in Rochdale. It's probably one of the most historic lanes, but it depends who you ask, it depends who you speak to, and it depends what they know. So this, for me personally, is a really old lane, with so much history, from, like I said in the beginning, from Clegg to Smallbridge Colliery to the canal. The canal's got to be over 300 years old, so you never know, basically, you know, what the deal was back in them days, you know, 1800s, whatever. So, but yeah, anyway, it'll be time to end a video now on this beautiful Thursday morning. Right guys, end it here, yeah, so nice watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
A place called Clegg, what you're going to see recently in a couple of hours.
Sure.
And he went camping with his mate Jenksy, and what he saw was a woman putting a baby into a basket and into the canal, and then letting that baby in the basket go. I could probably get a recording of him directly telling me himself.
Sure.
And he swore down for 10-15 years that story is 100% true.
We don't know what happened to that baby?
We don't know 100%, no, they both left.
Oh, that's creepy.